Welcome to It's On Halifax with your hosts, Mark Adam and Pat King. It's On Halifax is brought to you by A2 Canada and Oasis on Spring Garden Road.
Hello and welcome to another episode of It's On Halifax. It's actually the first episode of 2013.
Hooray.
2013 is here, and so are we. As we said last week, the Mayans are wrong. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
I don't know why people were in such a... Like, when a calendar ends, which happens, by the way, every fucking year, December 31st.
I guess it does.
Start a new calendar. I don't understand why... Oh, the Mayan calendar ended... Well, it's probably because they ran out of rock to write it on. Like,
It could be.
you know, it's like, oh, we'll make the rest of it later, you know?
Also,
They were probably like, well, we're not going anywhere. We'll just make it later. And then they...
I don't know. People just love their
Disappeared.
conspiracy theories and their pseudoscientific bullshit.
Yeah, it is that. It is bullshit. Oh, by the way, I'm Mark Adam. Mark Adam HFX on Twitter.
And I'm half brain dead.
That is a fact. But-
Pat King HFX on Twitter. Just awfully tired this week. I've been
You're not.
keeping
You're
myself
fucking
busy.
hungover. You.
I'm a
dummy.
little hungover, but I mean, I don't get up any later than 8, 9 o'clock anymore, even on weekends. Just constantly busy.
That's fair. But we were drinking at the ale house until 3:30. Actually, they kicked us out because it was 4.
That's yeah, that happened.
Remember my buddy Matt was coming around? He's like,
I did, yeah, and he was
5
just
minutes.
like, yeah, he's
5
like,
minutes.
pound those back. 5 minutes, get in. Great time though.
I love drinking.
It was really, it was a wonderful time to catch up with my friends. Nothing like a group of physics ladies. It was like The Big Bang Theory in reverse.
It kind
Except
of
they were
was
far
because they
less
were like the
awkward and
nerdy
super
girls,
hot.
and they were way more attractive than us. So we were still the ugly, geeky looking guys, but they were actually geeks.
That's okay. I'm totally used to that by now.
It was funny though. It was a good time.
Oh yeah,
They,
we had a wonderful time.
It was a wonderful conversation. They were good people.
Yeah, had some drinks. Even
Had
got a
a
little
lot of
dancing
drinks.
in near the end
There
of it.
was a little bit of dancing.
A
Not
little.
really. I'm not a dancer so much as I sway back and forth a little bit.
I had a good laugh when I
But my buddy Tyler was in the band. But anyway, move on.
Yeah, when I cock blocked the other guy who was getting all up on
That was
the girls,
so
and
funny.
later on in the night he got kicked out. He had like bouncers seeing him, like watching him get drug out of the club by bouncers.
Oh, I saw the bouncers get a couple of good fucking rib shots in too.
Oh
Bam,
yeah,
bam, bam, bam.
They
Right to the ribs.
they softened him up a little. They tenderized him. which
And
is-
I noticed they quit as soon as the 2 police officers walked in.
yeah. Well, they were within their rights to rough him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Being a douchebag.
He did have it kind of coming to him.
Yeah, and karma.
Karma, yeah. And he was kind of being a douche at the bar.
Oh, he was being a uber
Like,
douche at the bar.
he was a douche on the dance floor, he was a douche at the bar, and he deserved to get tossed. So, to you alehouse bouncers who constantly get criticized for being overly aggressive,
Or yeah.
you guys were pretty friggin' patient with him.
Yeah, and
start.
I gotta say,
So-
they got a bit of a bad rap, but I used to give a bad rap to the Ale House for a while. It wasn't my favorite bar, but the last few times we've been in there, I've had a wonderful, wonderful time. And
Well, it's
the
because
bouncers-
you're rolling with me, and
That's-
I'm a big shot.
That's true. I still have the Ale House guest stamp. We got that
You mean you
outside.
didn't wash your hands?
Well, I did, but it's hard to come off. I didn't scrub it, but
I will never wash this hand again.
no.
No. Okay.
If anything, after coming home from the bar, I was just like, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some meatier matters.
It's been quite a week in the news.
It has, especially if you're watching sports. It's NFL playoffs right now.
Which have been nothing but entertaining. I'm kind of sour that we can't watch it right now.
Yes, and if you're not watching the video, I'll let you know that I am wearing Green Bay apparel.
Which you got a lot of comments on at the bar last night.
yeah.
Everyone running up to you and, yeah, Green Bay, wow.
Yeah, they were. It sparked a lot of conversations with random men that I'd never want to talk to again.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Quite
just-
the conversation starter if, you're looking for jock dick.
Yeah, there was one guy that approached me in the bathroom, and I thought
That's
was,
inappropriate.
It was weird.
That's breaking protocol right there.
It wasn't okay.
Hold your peace while you hold your peace. That's
It was one of those, like, I need an adult. It was one of those moments. Like,
somebody corners you in the bathroom like, yeah, go Packers.
now, luckily, I am about twice the size of most people.
Yeah, and you're pretty experienced with people in bars, considering you work in one. So
Yeah, I know how to handle drunks.
it's like sidestep, gone.
I gave him the Jordy Nelson spin move.
Nice.
All he saw was Jordy Nelson running away.
Bam.
Because I'm wearing a Jordy Nelson jersey. If you can't see,
Untouchable.
I am. But it was a good night out. Good, especially, and we only went out to celebrate the Green Bay win.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't going to leave the house.
Yeah, and I mean they had it almost clinched. I mean there was.
Yeah, I mean it ended 24-10, but it really was 24-3. They scored that last touchdown very late. And I think Green Bay kind of just gave it to them because it didn't matter.
You know, why tire yourself out in the playoffs? You don't need to go that extra mile.
No. So it was kind of nice. Yeah, I enjoyed that thoroughly. And the Houston Texans won. They knocked out the Bengals. So now Houston has to go play New England next week.
Oh.
And Green Bay has to go play the 49ers.
Any predictions?
The 49ers game is going to be a good one. Cool. I think, because it's Green Bay in San Francisco. I think the other game, however, will not be so good. I think the Texans walking into New England, who had the bye this week, so they're well-rested. They are great at home. They got 2 weeks to prepare for one team.
Oof.
You can't give Bill Belichick 2 weeks to prepare
and not expect to get
destroyed. You know?
Well, I always like a good savaging. That'd be fun to watch.
Well, it's just, give them that extra week to get their guys healthy. Gronkowski's going to be back. It's going to be a mess. If you are a Texans fan, I'm sorry for you in advance.
You could always,
Now, that said, Green Bay is also walking into San Francisco, who had the bye, but it's a different situation. They're not quite as dominant at home as the New England Patriots are.
Yeah, you don't have those really rabid fans. I mean, I'm sure you do, but just not in the sheer volume.
Well, yeah, and it's not as widespread, but not just that. Like, I mean, the weather's going to be different in San Francisco.
Yeah.
They're just, I don't know. I like Kaepernick has zero playoff experience. I just don't know how that's going to play. I just don't know. So that'll be a really good game to watch. Yeah. Am I going to say that Green Bay is going to definitely win it? No. That's going to be a hard game for them on the road, against a very good San Francisco 49ers team.
Oh, I'm excited.
Me too. I'm excited. Today, the game's going on is Baltimore versus Indianapolis, which is happening right now.
Yeah, which was looking to be a pretty solid game.
Yeah, it's
from what we
saw. Couple of like a forced fumble both ways so far.
A lot of turnovers.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a very big defensive game.
Yeah, and
not going to play into the Colts' favor.
Yeah.
We shall see. Can we get a score update on that game?
Hells yeah.
You're doing it right now. Oh, don't we love you? Fan-frickin-tastic. It's 3-0 Baltimore at the moment in the second quarter, which is about what we said is a very defensive type of game so far. We may actually flick back and forth over to that. But before we get into more football, let's talk for half a second about the NHL lockout.
That was my cue. I'm sorry.
This was me throwing it to you and you dropping the fucking ball, you hungover prick. Yeah, fumble. Forced fumble. That wasn't a forced fumble. You just dropped the ball.
Exactly.
But
big news, I guess. Although I have a hard time giving a shit.
Here's the deal. I'm going to give you the news, and then I'm going to give you my opinion.
Oh, okay.
That's what we'll do. So there is a tentative deal struck. There is a tentative deal. So that's the big news. They agreed to the framework of a tentative CBA, and as long as nobody says something insulting to the other party, then I think we'll be all right. So there it is there. You want to bring that up, Em, for us? Just so we can read. By the way, we're on NHL.com, just reading the main headline. Tentative deal. Yeah, and essentially, we're going to see a hockey season, a very, very, very shortened hockey season.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how many games they're going to play. It's going to be like 48 or something.
I like that. The league didn't announce the date or how many games they'd play or how many teams might be. It's just there might maybe be some hockey sometime.
Yeah, the NHL will in some form do something at some point for some amount of time. But basically, okay, so that's the news. There's going to be hockey. So people are jumping up and down and happy. A lot of people. There's a lot of people that are going to be happy by this, particularly those that are getting paid by that, a.k.a. the people that clean the rinks, the people that sell the popcorn at the games,
right.
People who have jobs
Maintenance
because
crews,
of that.
Yeah.
So that's great. But here's my opinion, unsolicited as it is. The NHL can go fuck itself.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid opinion.
I'm just saying.
And this is coming from a guy who runs a sports bar.
I know. They can go fuck themselves. I'm so fucking sick and tired of watching billionaires fight against billionaires over billions of dollars. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. We're the ones suffering, the fans. And if they really cared about the fans, this never would have happened. So, as a result, it's one of those, like, if you don't care about me, why should I care about you situations?
I heard
you don't need me to make your millions of dollars.
Well,
you don't.
People were suggesting a boycott of the first, few games, just having the stadiums empty. I would love to see something like that.
I would fucking
that would be great.
Love to see all those empty stadiums.
Just like televise the first Toronto game and crickets. Be fantastic.
Yeah.
Really send a message. Because, obviously I think that's a little naive to think that might even happen because people are just going to eat that shit up.
Every rink will be absolutely packed from now to the end. It is an absolute cash grab.
Yeah, it really depresses me. The people just get slapped square in the face and come back for more.
Well, I'm not at all, equating this to violence at home, like domestic violence. But it's the same mentality. Not nearly. It's not the same as somebody beating their wife and then their wife not leaving them. It's not equated to that. But that's the nugget of the mentality there.
The abuse.
You're just taking the abuse and going, oh well, he came back. So
he said he loves me.
He bitch slapped me, took off, fucked another woman for a while, and now he's back. So I should be happy.
Yeah, and he apologized profusely. So he obviously means it.
I just feel like the NHL has fucked us, the fans. It has fucked.
And not even in the good tender way.
No, not even so much as a reach around, which is simple common courtesy.
Just a shaking and it's gone.
I don't think it's fair for them to expect people to just jump on board. The problem is that there are way more than enough people that are going to do that to make it worthwhile to them. Like I said before, I work in a sports bar, and every day, instead of people coming in and watching the games, they come in. They still come in, but they only stay for an hour, and they just bitch about how there's no hockey.
Yeah.
And then they leave.
I was going to say how that might affect you, the return of the potential return of the NHL.
Well, I think the Oasis will be fine.
Well, it was always going to be fine. It was fine without the NHL this long. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, I suppose. It aggravates the shit out of me is what it does.
Right.
So, what are we, did we see some comments?
Somebody
Were those
saying
new?
hi? Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Is it your mom? Did she say hi?
Are you my mom?
I'm your dad.
I'm your daddy.
I'm your daddy. Dean Cain is my real dad.
Yeah. As opposed to Dean King.
Yes. Although there's a...
Don King?
No, not Don King.
Isn't your dad actually Don King?
No, my dad is joking. I'm not joking.
Your dad is Joseph King?
Snap.
Really. Your dad is Joseph King.
Yeah, Joe King.
Joe King.
Oh, yeah. But I am not he.
That's so fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I mean, it really gives me potential to name my kid some really weird shit. Especially if I've become successful in the entertainment industry. I have license to just name my kid whatever weird, like...
Listen here, Chris Martin
Or
and Gwyneth Paltrow
Fiona Apple.
naming their child Apple.
Or Frank Zappa. David Bowie.
David Bowie King.
Zoe Bowie.
Zoe Bowie King. Because you got to remember King is your last name.
Yeah, but why would you name... Yeah, like the
Zoe
rhyme
Bowie.
is too much. He goes by Duncan Jones now. He's just like Bowie. Fuck that. Yeah, I guess. Moon Unit Zappa.
What
Yeah.
is going on here?
Well, and
Yeah, but big news. Hockey's back. Get excited if you're not too sour at the NHL to support them.
which I am.
And I am too.
And as someone
but
who just
I'm not going to hold it against people that want
No,
the
of
NHL
course
back
not.
and want to support them. That's fine. That's your choice.
I wasn't a huge
I'm
hockey
just
fan
saying,
to begin with.
as far as I'm concerned, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, I mean, before, I'd get together and watch hockey with, the friends or just the guys kind of thing. Go to the bar and watch it. But now I really couldn't care less. Football's kind of becoming my game very quickly.
I love football.
Yeah.
And the Mooseheads are fucking fantastic this year.
Oh yeah.
The juniors were great, even though we lost. It was kind of heartbreaking. But
It was a good game though to lose. Well, I mean, we didn't medal. The Russia game was kind of a tense one.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, 6-5 in overtime.
That's edge of your seat. That's good hockey. Anyway.
It was entertaining.
It's good,
it
it's
was
a good
a
way to
shitty
go out, for
result,
sure.
but it was a very exciting game. Just all offense,
Oh yeah.
all the time.
High scoring, really exciting. I mean, to hell with you, NHL. These kids are playing like they've got something to lose or something.
Well,
to
exactly,
gain,
and that's the thing. The NHL, this fucking shortened season is not about playing hockey. It's about grabbing as much money as they can to salvage some
the fiscal
pocket
year.
change.
Yeah, that's, it's kind of sad.
To lose as little stock as possible, I guess.
I can't wait for
It's
the Super Bowl.
Oh, I'm so stoked for like the rest.
Last
the rest
year-
of the football games that are left, even not even thinking ahead to the Super Bowl. The rest of the games that are left are all poised to be absolutely exciting.
Yep.
The game we're watching, the game that's on now, is very exciting. The game that's on
Yeah, what's going on later today?
later is very exciting. It's the Seahawks versus Washington.
Ooh,
I mean, sorry, they are Washington. No, I'm lying. They're both Seattle's in Washington.
hey,
That's my
I'm exhausted.
point.
What's your excuse?
Shut up. I was out drinking with you too. I just carry it better.
Hey! What time were you up this morning?
Noon?
Yeah, see, I was up at 7, 8 o'clock cooking breakfast.
Yeah, but that makes you a dummy.
I work to get done. I'm learning After Effects. It's really good. I was really excited.
How about the after effects of a night of drinking?
Yeah, that's. Ooh, I see what you did there. I learned how to do bullet hits today. Kevin, who at IndieForge Media on Twitter, was teaching me a little bit of After Effects. We're doing a Sharpshooter 2 video for the arcade. They're having another Sharpshooter tournament, which was a whole lot of fun.
Which I placed third in.
Which you did
the last
yeah.
time. I'm going to throw that out there.
We did a
placed
video.
third.
We shot a little at
Number 3, baby!
What up? You're gonna have to come and see if you can do better.
I'm going to have to.
Unfortunately, there's been some guy chirping on Twitter. He says he's gonna take it all.
You mean like everyone did walking into the first one?
Exactly. No. But
Every single person that entered the contest the first time round actually chirped that they were going to kick everyone else's ass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's half the fun of going to an arcade and going to a tournament. Getting to sass around a bit. But the video is great. We kept it down to a minute, and it's just me walking into the arcade. You grab the gun, and we went out to York Rideau, which is this old condemned military installation. It looks so cool.
Yeah.
And
Is that out near Beaverbank or whatever?
It's up Purcell's Cove.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and about a 10-minute walk into the woods. It's really out of the way. We went down with a bunch of fake guns, a bunch of costumes. We had bulletproof vests and camo.
Yeah, I saw the picture you were in the
so much fun.
The Kevlar.
That was an actual Kevlar vest.
No, I know, that's what I mean.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And
check that out on Facebook. It's Daily Sweets Vintage Arcade.
Yes, sir. And at Halifax Vintage. Or
Halifax Vintage on Twitter. Yeah, all one
Yeah,
word.
yeah.
Halifax Vintage.
Good times. Good times are going to be had, and they're getting new games and stuff next week. And I'm just so super
Oh,
excited.
really? What are they getting?
They're getting...
Because he's been talking about it for a while. Danny Baldwin, who is essentially Halifax Vintage Arcade.
Oh, yeah, he's the guy.
He's been talking about it, so...
They're replacing the Area 51 machine with a Lethal Enforcers machine.
Lethal Enforcers?
Yeah, man. You remember Lethal Enforcers?
Lethal Enforcers!
With the big Magnum guns. I want to do another shoot for that with a couple of models. That'd be fantastic. And they're getting a Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo machine.
Turbo.
It's Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, which is the one with DJ and T-Hawk and all those
It's so funny.
new characters.
There's Street Fighter and Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 3. But there are so many variations of those that there's actually, I think there's 17 or 18 different Street Fighter games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But they're all called Street Fighter 2.
Well, and
something,
sadly, a lot of the new ones that kind of have that tag, like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, that had like a Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate Edition, and you had Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, when really the only additions that they're making are costumes or new characters. But you take a game like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, and the difference between Street Fighter 2 Turbo and Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo was not only the addition of characters, but a lot of game mechanics. Being able to reverse throws or tech hits or super combos, or it was a different game altogether. And
But they call it the same thing. That confuses a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true.
People who aren't hardcore like Street Fighter people, who aren't used to the Street Fighter,
Right.
all that stuff, they themselves get so like, I thought I already played Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, do you have Street Fighter 2 or Street Fighter 2 Turbo? It's like, I don't fucking know.
Or is
what's
it
the difference
Super
is?
Street Fighter 2?
Yeah, but I mean, among aficionados, apparently Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo is one of the best games, one of the best one-on-one fighting games of all time.
I'm not a fighting game guy, so I'm gonna have to take your word on that.
Yeah, I'm nerding out here a little bit.
I like video games. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no.
I've never liked fighting games.
They're
With the
very-
exception of Soul Calibur 2.
which is great. I was actually trying to convince Danny to pick that game up because it was
Which I had on my Dreamcast, by the way.
super good. But the arcade machine actually was one of the first to allow you to save your profile based on your initials, and I think that would be perfect for the arcade, the way that everyone kind of builds their own style, or people kind of get known. So if you had a Soul Calibur 2 machine, you'd be able to input your initials and have the character that you built, or you'd have your win-loss record or things like that. So I am, if you're listening, Soul Calibur 2.
Soul Calibur 2. It's so good. It's such a good game.
And so what else is going on this week? I know that we've got quite an event tomorrow, which is to say...
My birthday.
Hooray!
It is my birthday tomorrow. I am turning, and I'm saying this on the internet. You can't take it back.
Oh my God!
I am
Don't lie.
turning 30 years old. That is happening tomorrow.
Oh, really?
So there's a few people going out tomorrow night. People are like, did you take your birthday off of work? I'm like, are you retarded? I'm a professional. I took the next day off. Like, my birthday's Monday, so you take Tuesday off.
Well,
It's
yeah.
like, I don't take the day off
Why would
for
you
my
take
birthday.
You're not going to
I
get
take
up.
the day off for my hangover.
Yeah, absolutely. That
That's-
only makes sense.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. That's chump rookie stuff. Come on now.
I'm just saying, man.
Speaking of which, totally shouldn't have blown the wad last night with the whole going out thing. If you were like, oh, let's go out for my birthday, and I'm like, we just got loaded on Saturday.
You've known for a while it was my birthday,
I
and you were supposed to
know.
come out on Monday.
Well,
That's your own fault. See,
you
this
got-
is
you
you,
got all-
being
you got all-
awful at being a drinker.
You got all raring up, acted like it was almost the end of the third quarter, and you're like, if Green Bay wins, we're going out drinking. And I'm like, Green Bay's obviously going to win. You just want to go out drinking.
Shut up. It was a good excuse.
It was a good excuse
Where am I going?
for your birthday.
Jeez, I don't know. Probably start at the Oasis and then end up
Wherever,
wandering. I'm not positive.
somewhere that will sing you happy birthday.
Well, yeah. And
Ooh, can we go to?
I'm limited on funds, so for my birthday, I don't want presents. I just want people to show up and buy me drinks.
Oh, you bought me like 4 beer last night, so I'm gonna get you loaded.
That's
tomorrow.
why I'm limited on funds.
Yeah, I
'Cause
know. I think I might buy you a birthday gift. Get you sufficiently drunk before we even go out.
That is not going to happen. I'm going to start drinking out.
Pussy.
Well, no, here's the thing. Again, not a dummy. Been here before. Not my first rodeo.
Fair enough.
I booked the next day off of work so I could recover. I don't need to take 2 days off. I don't need that to be a thing that happens. I also don't want to be so sloppy drunk by midnight that I have to go home.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Really want to milk your birthday.
Well, that's what I mean. I want
It's
to.
your
I want
birthday.
to. And
Also, birthday lay.
I'm past. I know I'm going to get drunk. Oh wow! Thank you for that post.
What?
Amy posted on her Facebook page. Adam becomes a geriatric tomorrow. Find him downtown tomorrow night and wish him happy birthday.
You old bastard.
That's so rude.
Isn't it? 30 though. Like 3-0. What was that sigh for?
Geriatric. That's
It's not that bad.
a pretty bad word.
You know, my birthday's next month.
And you turn what, 20?
25. I had
Yeah.
a quarter century.
Yep.
You're the same age as me. I had no idea.
Yeah.
You guys are the same age?
Yeah, I turned 25 in June.
Oh, well, that's funny. Why? What did you think I was older or younger?
You were at least a couple of years older than me.
Yeah, most people do. It's probably the
It's the sad.
receding hairline and the sad eyes.
No, well, is it the sad eyes or is it the sad, like, the way you live your life and retreat into your hole like an old man and type things on your typewriter? And
Could be, and wear loafers and
Yeah,
do
well,
crosswords. and-
anytime you use the word loafer to describe a shoe, even if they are loafers, it makes you a year older automatically.
Well, what should they be called if they're not loafers?
Shoes.
Oh, fuck off.
My loafers don't fit me right. Hey, remember when we traded shoes last night?
Yes, that didn't work out very well.
We only traded one shoe,
Yeah. The girls were trading shoes back and forth.
and we
because
thought it was funny.
we
So
were like, oh, let's trade shoes. No, fuck it. Let's trade one shoe. Okay,
and then
cool.
I tried to put his feet are like tiny.
My feet are pretty big for a 5'9" dude.
I'm
You're
just
just
saying.
freakishly large.
Yeah, everywhere. Anyway, I just thought I had to take the chance. I'm never gonna get an opportunity like that again to throw out. Never mind. Let's move on.
Huge ass.
Huge ass.
Hey, everybody, is there a huge ass here?
Right.
I'm looking for a huge ass.
I love The Simpsons.
I know, right? We should watch some more classic episodes of The Simpsons.
And remember last night between football games, there was I watched an episode of classic Family Guy, and I was thinking, and I actually like.
Yeah, I know, because they had the Rolling Stones special with Muddy Waters, and I was totally like, go back to that. That's so fucking sweet. And you're like, no, watching this same episode of Family Guy we've seen a million goddamn times.
I can't do jazz or blues or anything like that unless I'm in that mood.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just always in that mood because I'm an old man.
And I'm the geriatric.
Hey, yo.
You douche.
I'm only the geriatric in spirit.
Yeah, you're the geriatric drowning in
You
spirits.
actually just have a wrinkly old ass.
Don't play like you've seen my ass. Anyway, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
I'll know.
We'll
I'm
know.
watching you.
You want your special day to be just right, right? Well, so did I. I called A2 Canada, and all the little details took care of themselves. An audio-video setup, photographer, and even a videographer, all working as a team to capture the memories I cared about. Oh, and I saved a bundle by getting them all in the same place. You should try it.
A2 Canada. Professionalism you can count on.
Oasis, epic sports pub, where you don't have to spend a lot to get a lot. Mics are unmuted, just so you know. Not that you really filter yourselves anyway.
Very true. Very true.
It's good to know when people are going to hear you say.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm not sure what I said. That might...
Should I be offended by the thing you just said?
I don't think so.
for the most part, you do.
I'm a pretty tactful person when it comes down to it. Shut up.
Me, maybe a little less so, but still not bad.
Sugar I got?
Burned the living shit out of my cousin on the pizza last night.
Was it you that brought sugar over here?
Yes.
Yeah, when we made those cookies.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Shit sugar. Because it was whatever like the corner store.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's like, only one thing.
What a shitty brand that is.
Yeah.
I like your trophy.
But I mean, it's sugar. What are you gonna do?
Lex.
Look!
Oh, fuck you.
Oh.
Oh, you want to see something really funny?
Yes.
I'll hand it back to you and he'll still play with it, but watch. Look how dizzy he is. Look at his eyes. He's glazed down. Wait,
He's like, oh, hold on a
look at his
second.
head. Look at his head.
It's going. It's making small circles.
When I figured out he would do that, I fucking near died laughing. And he does it every time. If you put that down for like an hour and pick it up again, but he'll only do it on the carpet.
You want to do it on the floor?
No, because he
Because he
slides.
can't get traction, yeah.
Yeah. No, he doesn't want to get dizzy now. It's too like you have to wait a while before I do it again.
Until he forgets.
Because he gets exactly. You have to wait an hour and then he'll forget and get dizzy again. But it's so funny because then like one time I had him going around one way and then I stopped really quickly and went back the other way and he stops and he goes turns around and goes and just lays down on the side. It was so funny.
I used to take my cat and that's really opposite. Spin, 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 and then I put them down on the floor. And then I'd be dizzy too if it's a cat.
Look, I can make myself busy and my cat. That's two dizzy pussies. No, that's not right. Ow!
Ah, you deserve that.
She stabbed me with the end of the stick first.
You walked into it. I was trying to whip you with it. Oh.
That sounds awesome.
I got a little chubby there.
Ow! I didn't see that one coming.
Neither did she. It's getting dirty.
Today's the Be Inappropriate Day, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's a new revolution for the new year, I guess.
First day we're all back in the same room. That's being weird.
Handsome fella, but stupid.
What? I know how this works. My own cat snapped me in the balls with his toy. Life ends.
You gonna take that from that feathery little boa?
Yes, he is.
Oh, we should have draped it around his shoulders and taken a picture of him like he was a big fancy man. Like it was Jesse the Body Ventura.
Fancy pants McPussy Kitty.
McPutty Tat.
McPutty Tat.
McPutty
Ow!
Poop, 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 poop.
Poop poop pee doop.
Poop, poop, pee doop. I don't want to see that movie.
What?
Betty Boop.
Betty Boop? They're actually making it.
Oh, that's
Hi everybody, we're back. For some reason Lex is meowing really loudly.
It's probably because you made him sick, getting him dizzy.
That was pretty funny.
You jerk.
Yeah, he has a cat toy and during the break we made him really dizzy.
running around in circles on the carpet. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
mind
when he
you.
gets dizzy, he just starts shaking his head and lays down.
Well, it's just like anything
Just
else in the world.
Like a 4-year-old child. It's snowing pretty good out there, eh?
I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out right now.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Too bad it's already January.
We're like a week behind on the holiday festivities.
Hey,
We got too distracted by the holidays to be festive,
I
and now it's
listened
like,
to
yay!
and mentioned many things about Christmas and Christmas songs over the holidays. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not a fucking Grinch, people. I like Christmas.
That's just the way your face is all the time.
I know, it's stuck.
Grr.
That that thing your parents say where if you make that face, it'll
True.
stick that way. Fact. Fact.
You learned it here first, folks.
Or confirmed it here.
Yeah. So, for your birthday tomorrow,
Yep.
what, I feel like we should come up with some kind of game plan.
Game plan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll call Mike McCarthy,
Okay.
coach of the Packers,
Let's do that.
and see what he says about my birthday.
Okay. See if we'll give you access to their playbooks, and we'll run one.
Oh, yeah, we will.
Yeah. What up?
Yeah, we just need, 20 more guys.
Invite them all to your birthday.
We could do that. But they all need to know what the hell football play is. That's fine. We'll figure it out. That said, yeah, it's my birthday tomorrow. What do you guys do on your birthday? That's what I want to know. Post that on our Facebook wall.
Ooh.
What do you do for your birthday?
What was your best birthday ever?
Yeah, exactly. Let's ask a couple questions. Tell us the best birthday story about a past birthday you've ever had. What you would do if you had absolute control over your birthday festivities. What would be the perfect series of events on your birthday? And what would be the absolute shittiest thing to have happen on your birthday? Or what was the shittiest thing that actually happened to you
Ooh,
on your
that's-
birthday?
I think of one of those. I don't know. I forgot my own birthday once.
You can do that?
Oh yeah, I got like 3/4 of the way through the day until before somebody called me and was like, "Hey, happy birthday!" And I'm like, "What the? Oh, thanks." Just nothing. Middle of the week.
Starlit Romantic on
My
Twitter.
friend Dan Hagg,
Yeah.
who was in that video, by the way.
Nice. He says, Dairy Queen ice cream is a must for my birthdays.
Ooh, yeah, that's a big one. People love their ice cream cakes. Personally, not a fan, but I see where they're coming from.
I'm a huge ice cream cake fan. I love baked cakes just as much, but I do. Well, I used to work at Dairy Queen too.
Oh, really?
When I used to work there, what we used to do is take the cookie.
Oh, thanks, computer.
Oh, really?
Thank you, Hal.
So yeah, why is it only? That's a random time of the day to remind me of my birthday. My computer apparently just sent up a flag saying, "Hey, it's your birthday tomorrow."
Weird. That creeps me
As
out.
if I would have forgotten. Ha ha.
Stop.
I just don't think it's possible. Anyway, yeah. So that was the worst thing that happened. You forgot your birthday.
Yeah, one time, just completely just passed by.
See, last year I turned 29, and I have another friend of mine whose birthday is the same day, and we went out, and it's a girl, and she had a bunch of her friends, and one of her friends got bottled in the face,
Ooh.
and
That's not okay.
yeah, so the court date for it was the 2nd of this month,
Oh, really?
so it was it took a year, almost to the day.
Yeah, that happens.
For the court case to happen, and yeah. So, but her scars are starting to heal.
That's good.
Really pretty girl too.
Oh,
it was an absolute
that's
shame.
a shame.
She was super cute. Derek Ord.
Yes, our friend from Background Noise.
What is it? Eat lasagna, then cake, get fucked, then watch basketball.
Can't argue with that.
Now, when you say get fucked, do you mean drunk or
No, he means by
get a hooker? Or I mean a girlfriend. Girlfriend.
Yeah,
girlfriend.
I like how you.
Sorry, I don't know why I would have
Just
assumed.
immediately went to hooker.
That's my
I know what to get you for your birthday now. No,
none of those ones you can't touch.
I love lasagna, cake, vagina, Not so much basketball, but I mean,
Lasagna is actually my favorite food.
lasagna is
my
a great
favorite
food.
entree food. So I'm with you there, Derek. That is
Man, the man knows how to live.
agreed. I love cake. Cake is a birthday must. Even if it's a cupcake, just to get the cake itself.
Oh yeah, I mean a little bit of icing, maybe a candle if
And
you're
then,
into
some
that.
basketball. And what would be the perfect birthday celebration?
What do you think?
Oh no, that was an RT. Never mind.
Retweeting.
I got confused there. I thought he was commenting
I get confused sometimes.
on Twitter.
Yeah. Said getting a tremendous blowjob that ends in a giant facial for her.
Who said that?
Derek on Twitter.
Yeah, he would be the one to mention blowjobs and facials.
Huh.
He is a sexy talker.
He's also not wrong.
True. What?
Emily's making faces.
Birthday
We're being-
blowjobs? Come on.
Birthday blowjob has got to be the best kind of blowjob ever.
That's it. And
I'm not against that.
doesn't cost. Oh, okay. So you're not in for the facial thing.
Oh,
I mean,
so
at least
you're
you've got
not-
glasses
that-
on. You
that's a-
you don't
that's
run
a-
the risk of getting
oh.
into the eye. Yeah, exactly. Right.
We don't need to be. Never mind. We do,
Conversation.
yeah, we don't need to be
Okay.
objectifying her specifically
I'm
right
not
here, right now.
objectifying her. I was talking about a sex act. It's very different.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, moving on.
You can ejaculate onto someone's face and still respect them.
Oh, I wish we could name the episode that.
It's a little long.
It's long and no one would ever listen to this episode. Or people might, but they would not. It wouldn't be the people we want to listen to this episode, that's for sure.
I'm just saying, okay?
Good thing Emily's laughing.
I love it when I...
it's a good thing that this isn't like a thing where we pay her
Yeah, where
money.
we don't have sponsors to piss off or an HR department she can go to.
See, the HR department is the thing that I'm excited we don't
I
have.
swear to God, Mr. Archer, I got HR on speed dial. Speaking of which, Archer comes back on the 13th. God, I'm fucking excited for that.
Oh, it's apparently Nicolas Cage's birthday tomorrow.
What?
What?
The little piece of trivia. My birthday is on John Turturro's birthday. So we both have a pretty famous character. Oh, who's your actor? Meryl
Meryl
Streep.
Streep. You share a birthday with Meryl Streep? When's your birthday?
June 22nd.
June 22nd.
We should get all of our birthday actors into a movie at some point.
That would be fantastic.
Probably die if I was in a movie with Meryl Streep.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm a huge fan of John Turturro. He's in my favorite movie of all time, Barton Fink.
Man, we had a Nicolas Cage conversation last night.
I'm pretty sure we have a Nicolas Cage conversation every week. You can't fucking get rid of that guy. He's everywhere.
I know, but remember we were talking about how like most of the movies he's ever made are shitty, but we were coming up with the exceptions.
Oh, yeah,
like
which-
The Rock.
I liked A Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. What else?
Kick Ass, but not because of him. It was an amazing movie.
Oh, yeah.
and he was in it, but it wasn't him being good.
Gone in 60 Seconds, the remake.
That
I
was
really
pretty
like
good.
that movie.
That was pretty good.
Although Ving Rhames and
Ving Rhames.
Giovanni Ribisi were both outstanding in that and really helped along his performance.
Yeah, yeah.
Good times. I gotta go out and see more movies. There's so many good movies. In
Oh,
theaters
there
right now.
are. And you know what? I thought about playing a low key 30th birthday and just like getting a bunch of people together, going to see a movie, and then having a couple drinks and calling it a night. But then I was like, you know what? I'm turning 30. I'm just gonna go out and have no expectations of what's happening.
That's the spirit.
Get a bunch of people together. What happens, happens. Let it be organic. We're gonna meet up at the Oasis and just launch from there and see where we end up.
But if I get off work early, can we totally go see a movie? You can't say no
It has
because
to
I
be
just
an
asked you
early-
on a date on air.
It has to be an early show.
All right, fine.
It has to be an early show. and there'll be no touching.
Maybe a little touching if I buy the popcorn.
You buy the popcorn and the drinks and the tickets, and outside of the hand, over the pants.
Deal.
Oh, that was so weird. Also, we were kidding. For those of you that didn't get that, because you know how many people in this world don't understand what sarcasm is?
A lot of them.
It is a large number,
Yeah.
a surprisingly large number.
And I mean, it's not like it's sarcasm is a lost art because when you're writing or tweeting or whatever you're posting on the internet, you don't really have the context. You can't get it across in just text unless you're really pushing it or you use italics, which most people don't.
Well, you can't. There's a lot of like Facebook. You can't use italics in Facebook.
No,
You can't use italic. You can't use bold. You can't.
That's a bummer. I want,
Like, you know what I mean? Like, those are things that, in order to impose context, we need like a sarcastic font, or like
italics.
not even a font, but like a punctuation mark of some sort. Like, you know how you know something's a question because it ends with a question mark.
Well, have you ever seen somebody who puts it in italics, or not italics, but like HTML notation? You know, slash sarcasm. Yeah, like the end tag in an HTML.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. Because I mean, if you're being that sarcastic, then I mean,
If it's so sarcastic that you can't tell it's sarcasm, then you're just being a dick.
yeah, that's too. Yeah, she's getting meta. Like tone it down a little
Yeah,
bit.
if you need to tell people you're being sarcastic,
lay off the sarcasm.
yeah, turn it down a notch.
Yeah.
Just saying. But that's the plan. Yeah, I love birthdays.
Aaron, look at you. You're
When
so
other
happy.
people have birthdays, it makes me happy because I'm like, yes, an excuse to go out and do something and be social and drink and
Screw all that. I want to go to the go-karts for my birthday.
oh, that's awesome because then you can go drinking afterwards.
Or during.
No,
The one time you get to drunk drive.
the one time. No, they don't. You know who else doesn't?
Technically not.
HRP.
Police.
Yeah.
That's
The
a
Halifax
thing.
Regional Police. They really don't like it when you drink and drive, do they, Pat?
No. I know. Shut
Well,
up.
it
I
was
hate you.
monumentally stupid, but
Fuck you, man.
it was a bad decision.
Some guy beat the shit out of my car with a bat. All right, well, and I guess it's kind of out in the air now. So
Why
I
don't
can
you
talk
just
about,
tell the story?
I can talk about this on air.
Tell the story,
We went to go see Skyfall. We were reviewing it for
and don't say
Classy
we
Nads.
because I wasn't involved.
No, and not Adam.
I was
but
not
some,
involved.
Some friends, and well, nobody really was involved per se. It's just kind of a thing I did. And we went out to see Skyfall, and we had a couple of drinks at the Oasis afterward. And a friend of mine who I was with left all of his crap in my car because I was staying. I left my car at Josh's, who I do Classy Nads with, and he left his junk in my car because I was leaving my car at Josh's. So we went back to get it and found out that someone had taken a baseball bat to every car on the street. Just went to town. Which, I mean, thinking about it, would have probably been really fun, but what a fucking dick move. So I decided it would be a good idea to probably get my car home and out of this shitty neighborhood and, you know, out of a situation where all of the windows were completely open to the elements and to anyone else who decided to wander by. Anyway, I didn't really get far because having a bunch of smashed windows in your car is apparently a pull me over sign.
Yeah, it's a bit of a yellow flag if you're a cop following you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not to
And-
mention somebody probably called the cops and said, "Hey, somebody just walked up the street smashing windows."
Yeah.
So the cops are headed towards that
well,
neighborhood.
hindsight, you know.
You
Fuck.
mean sober hindsight?
Well, I mean, my judgment was impaired, I will admit. But also, I figured this is something I can do myself. Like, this doesn't have to be a complete fucking thing. I can just get it home, duct tape some garbage bags over the windows, vacuum out the glass, be in bed by 4 o'clock in the morning, and wake up and deal with it tomorrow. Nope. Not a thing.
Nope.
So, needless to say, think before you do anything.
Agreed.
Stupid,
Agreed.
I guess. I don't know. So, there it is. I
That's the
just
story.
put that out there on the internet. That's fucked up.
But it's honest. It's the truth.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And you clearly learned a lesson.
Oh, God, yes.
Dumbass.
I don't want to be, like, I went into court, actually, to make a plea, and it's a summary offense. You know, they slap you with the standard fine. They give you the whole rigmarole. And I was planning on just, pleading guilty, obviously, and just taking whatever. And the judge said, barring any other circumstances, yada yada, you understand that this is a criminal offense and you will have a criminal record. And it freaked me the fuck out. I couldn't handle it. I was like, I haven't spoken to a lawyer. Can I get this postponed until February? He was like, all right, fine. So I, because, it was reading through the paperwork, which I got that day. They have this little checklist of all of the visible signs of drunkenness, and none of them. It was like balance was sure, walking was sure, speech was clear and polite and talkative, and it's like everything, clothes on a level of disheveled or organized or whatever. It was like orderly, whatever. Literally nothing but the moderate smell of alcohol to visibly say that to visibly indicate that I was drunk, which is sad because I blew. I was drunk.
Yeah.
The little machine was like, "Yeah, you fucked up."
The machine was like, where are the cuffs? Where are the cuffs?
Yeah, no, you stupid prick. But I don't know. I'm probably just gonna plead guilty and take it and be, get the criminal record.
Well, get it taken care of. Cooperate as much as possible.
Well, yeah, I know. Like,
no, they're not out there to get you.
No, and
you made a shit decision.
That was one of the lessons I learned. Most people hesitate to call the police, or they don't want to get the police involved, or they think the police are out to get them, or they're all pricks, and that couldn't be anything farther from the truth. I was treated with more respect and dignity than I deserved at the time. So here's to HR and police. They were nothing but helpful about the whole situation, and they actually mentioned that I was kind of a dream to work with, quote unquote, I guess, because it was the middle of the night, and I'm sure some of the drunks they get are just fucking awful.
Oh, dude!
Oh my god!
I run a bar.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you how many times I've called the cops and been like, "This obstinate fucking asshole has got to go."
Yeah, puked all over something, or tried to stab someone with a bottle, or
they're popping pills in the bathroom and then having drinks. So it's like, you've had 2 drinks. Why are you so fucked up right now? Why you can't even tell me what your name is?
Because they're probably just a stupid prick to begin with.
Yeah, and it's like you know what? I have to call an ambulance. I can't call. No cabbie will take you. You're being like, and sometimes they're not even fighting you, but they're just so frustrating to work with because they have no fucking idea what's going on.
Yeah. Whereas, I was perfectly lucid and whatever, I sat there for 3 hours and, I was talking to the guy who was running the breathalyzer machine about his kids and his holiday, and, it wasn't all that unpleasant of an experience. And I think it was a good thing to learn while I'm still young. With my 25th birthday around the corner. It definitely hammered home the point that I got to get my shit together and really get started. Because Andrew Bush, who taught me in film school, always told me that he never really started doing anything until he hit 25. He didn't stop playing video games and jerking off 3 times a day until he was 25. And
he's down to 2. Not something you can quit cold turkey.
That's true. No, but it
you
really
can't stop choking the chicken cold turkey.
Somebody write that down. I get that tattooed to my ass.
Also can't be the name of our episode, unfortunately.
True enough. But that was always something that stuck with me through film school and with Andrew Bush. And I think it was a good lesson because, look at the success that he's had.
Yeah, agreed.
Sure, they only had 1 season, but...
Yeah, but they also made a movie, and
which I worked on, which was fun.
They have a book out, and
Picnic Faces Canada.
They did live shows,
and they have more than 1 million hits on one video on YouTube, which is not something a lot of people can say.
Yeah, they've got multi-million hit videos in a series. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You can't argue with that.
True enough.
That's it's not like, oh my god, Hollywood, like we're making bazillions of dollars making crazy amounts of movies, but it's success if that's what you want to do in life. And that's what people don't understand about success. Success is what you want it to be. Success is not what society tells you it should be.
It's a state of contentment. It's
if I'm happy, like I'm successful, I'm the general manager of a bar, I do a podcast on Sundays with a good friend of mine.
Here.
Couple of good friends. Emily gave me a dirty eye, but you know what I mean. Right?
It's pretty pretty for a dirty eye.
What are you suckholing for?
Nothing. I just figured she should get a little,
Anyway, all I'm saying is, I got a lot of good things going on in my life right now. I'm very happy. I'm very content. And
your team is doing well.
oh yeah,
Kills me. Every time I look at you, now when I picture you in my mind's eye, you're just fucking decked out in Green Bay swag.
Oh yeah, because I went to the bar wearing the Green Bay hat, the Green Bay jersey,
yeah.
with the Green Bay hoodie sweater, and a Green Bay pullover jacket.
Yeah, it's kind of overkill.
You're overkill.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes.
I only wore one jersey. I could have wore two.
What was it I said to you not too long ago? They asked me what I wanted to be. They told me I could be anything, so I became the Green Bay Packers, and I just imagine you in every Green Bay Packers player's jersey, just
all at the same
like
time.
The Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, good times.
Classic.
Oh, I love me. I mean, what?
I love you too, buddy.
Oh yeah, thank you. Come on, buddy.
Come on, buddy.
Somebody just commented on something.
That was Emily. Ooh.
Oh,
La la.
well, that's no good. I'm kidding. By the way, Emily's a photographer.
Very good one.
I would say. So check her out. It's facebook.com/MJ Photographics.
And you can see
And the M is in the letter M. MJ Photographics.
You can see a little of her handiwork on your page, actually.
Yes, if you go to facebook.com/MarkAdamHFX, you will find my profile page and my headshots were done by Emily.
She made this guy look pretty. That's a miracle.
It was
working miracles.
If she can make this look pretty, then she can work with you. I fucking swear to God.
It's nice.
It is. It is. So to recap, football, good. Green Bay winning, good.
Hockey lockout ending.
Hockey lockout ending. Big news. Big news. It's our first show of the new year, so thank you for joining us.
Everybody wish Adam a happy birthday.
My birthday tomorrow.
Hooray!
I'm a geriatric. Thank you,
Hitting
Emily,
the big 3-0.
for pointing that out yet again.
Oh, and Pat's drunk driving story.
Yes, Pat's DUI.
Yes, hooray.
Which I'm excited that you finally told people.
I actually, it was very liberating.
Well, because, I mean, it happened.
Yeah. And, I mean, you got to learn from it and hope that maybe other
And
people
it's not
learn
like
from
in
it.
telling this story, it's like, haha, I totally did this thing and then I got arrested. It was really cool. Like,
No.
it's... You tell the story so that other people can avoid making that mistake.
Yes, exactly.
Drunk
right?
driving is one of those issues that is very prominent in North America, especially.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And
Well,
they're trying to crack down on it. And
It's not that it's prominent. It's just that when it goes bad, it's devastating. I mean, anything that results in the loss of life needs to be.
And sometimes it
snuffed
isn't
out.
a loss of life. Sometimes it's the loss of the use of limbs, the loss of,
Yeah, it ruins people. It
ruins
a life. It
lives.
throws a monkey wrench into people's lives when it goes wrong. And so,
And it's
if you're
it's not
anything
worth
like
it.
me, if you had that little hubris, you figure I handle my booze really well. I don't have a stagger. I don't have a slur. I'm fine. I'm okay to drive. The law does not differentiate between the two. Doesn't make a difference. You can't really argue when there's a zero tolerance policy. You'd think, I'm above this. It shouldn't count towards me because I'm okay. I never hurt anybody. No, I mean, people do get hurt, and it does fuck things up seriously. And you're part of the problem in that case. So it's
And fortunately, your story has a happy ending in that you didn't hit anybody, you didn't kill anybody, you're alive.
Oh, no, I
everybody's
never- yeah.
safe. It was a stupid decision.
yeah. I mean, and I felt because I know my limits that I could do this, but.
But
Again.
the reason they make it law is because
Just-
in that state of inebriation, nobody really knows their
Well,
own
and
limits.
when and that's the thing. To make that decision under any kind of influence, you're automatically doing it at a handicap. You're making the decision with impaired judgment. That's no decision at all, really. So it's kind of moot at that point. So,
yeah. No.
Anyway, learn from me. Learn from my mistakes.
Learn.
See
and-
what a jackass I am.
And I mean, Mad Canada's got a campaign on not because, they're just angry about drunk drivers. It's because people die.
Yeah.
Lives
and,
are ruined.
It haunts people forever, and no wonder that they go out and do this kind of thing.
So, I'm sure that everyone listening knows either knows personally or knows someone who's been affected by a drunk driver.
Yeah, absolutely. And myself even. And even things like texting while driving.
Texting while driving, it makes you just as or more impaired than drinking.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that it's okay to be drunk and as long as you're not texting.
No, it
just means that
But for a lot of people to say, well, no, I'm perfectly fine, I'm sober. But if you text and drive, you're no different.
Well, it's just like the difference being like, here's a gun, bang, you're dead. Here's a landmine, boom. Not only are you dead, but your parts are scattered. Like they're both bad things.
It's a good analogy.
They're both bad things.
Very nice.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, totally. No, vehicles, treat them with respect.
Agreed.
Other people, treat them with respect.
Alcohol.
Treat it with
respect. Alcohol.
Yes.
For many reasons. One, because it's amazing. But two, because, when you are drunk, you have the potential to make decisions that can end or ruin lives.
Yeah.
And as much as we joke about getting drunk and, party
and
this, party that.
All the time.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
you need to be able to do it responsibly or you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing. That's all it comes down to.
It is what it comes down to.
Get your shit together, people.
Get your shit together.
Speaking of which, you can watch me getting my shit together in the next couple of days with the video that we're editing together.
Yes, which will be launched on the Daily Sweets Vintage Arcade Facebook page.
I'm heading to Hollywood, but I'll only be able to fly there in about 4 years.
Huh? But yeah, probably.
Drunk driving joke.
So yes, check us out on Facebook, on Twitter. It's on Halifax, all one word.
On the internet.
On the internet. It's on Halifax.ca.
Baby.
Yeah, all our archived episodes are there. Download us on iTunes, people. Even if you don't download us on iTunes, go to our iTunes page and comment, right? And it'll help us out. We really appreciate the feedback, and we're looking forward to being able to do this for a long time.
Absolutely.
And all that feedback and stuff will really help us out in raising our stock in the iTunes store, so to speak.
Definitely. Yeah, and we always want to make the show better. So
and it is free.
If there's anything you want to hear, if you feel that you'd be more entertained, just let us know, because we're pretty approachable guys.
If there's ever anything you guys want us to approach as a subject, put it on our Facebook page or send us a tweet. I'm Mark Adam HFX on Twitter.
At Pat King HFX on Twitter.
Our controller Emily is the letters MJ_979 on Twitter. So you can tweet her.
You can tweet her and tell her to change her Twitter handle.
Yeah.
I had to. Don't give me that look.
Oh, that was.
What do you mean bandwagon? I've
We started the
this
bandwagon
since day one.
Yeah, I've been the aggressor in the your name is stupid on Twitter.
Well, you know how I ride his coattails.
Yeah, so happy 30th tomorrow to me.
Hooray.
I just got a text from my mom.
And happy 2013 to everyone else out there.
Yes, thank you for joining us for our first episode this year.
And we hope to be entertaining you for the rest of it.
Word up, dogs.
This episode of It's on Halifax was brought to you by A2 Canada and Oasis on Spring Garden Road.